Hello students, hope all of you are doing well. So welcome back to your chemistry class. Today we are going to start chapter 5, that is physical and chemical changes. It is very simple and interesting chapter. So what are the physical and chemical changes we are going to study in this chapter? There are certain changes which are temporary and remain only for a certain period of time, but some changes which are permanent and cannot be reversed. So these changes classified under the category physical and chemical changes. So we are going to study physical and chemical changes, their properties and examples. So let's do it one by one. The next topic is physical change. So what is the physical change? Physical change is a temporary change in a body. It does not involve any change in its chemical composition. It only affects the physical properties of a substance and can be reversed. So this is the definition of a physical change. And now we come to the characteristic of a physical change. Physical changes are reversible. Yes, physical changes are reversible. We can get back the original substance. During a physical change, there is no change in weight. No new substances are formed during a physical change because chemical composition will not be changed. So no new substances are formed in physical change. So these are very important points. Keep it in the mind. Now we come to the example. With the help of example, you can understand very well what is physical change and what is chemical change. Like water on heating changes to steam, on condensing convert back to water. If we heat the water, so that is physical change or chemical change. So heating the water is physical change. Why? Because chemical composition will not be changed. Water will convert into the steam, and by condensation steam will again convert into the water. So we can get water again, the original substance. So this is physical change. This point is very important. All of you keep it in the mind that in physical change we can get back the original substance. If we get back the original substance, it is physical change. If we cannot, it is chemical change. So in this example, we can get water again because water will convert into the steam, and by condensation steam again converted back to the water. So we get back water again. So that is the example of physical change. Now we come to the another example. Ice, melting of ice. Melting of ice is a physical change because when ice melt, it convert into the water, and when we freeze the water, so we can get back the ice again, and no chemical composition will change. So this is the example of physical change because we can get back ice. So melting of ice is an example of physical change. Now breaking of chalk. So this is also an example of physical change because when we break the chalk, so only shape will change. Chemical composition will not be changed. So this is the example of physical change. Now honey on heating liquefies and become less viscous. When we heat honey, so it is the example of physical change because when we heat honey, it become less viscous, and cooling it become more viscous again. So there is no change in the chemical composition. So heating of honey is a physical change. And though the shape of a glass changes, the chemical composition remains same. So the breaking of glass, the third example, breaking of glass is also an example of physical change because the shape will change, the chemical composition will not be changed. So this is the example of physical change. So here three examples are there: melting of ice, breaking of chalk stick, breaking of glass, and heating of honey. So these all are the example of physical change. Now we come to the chemical change. What is chemical change? Chemical change is a permanent change which involve change in the properties of composition of the substance. So chemical change is a permanent change, and in this change chemical composition of the substance will be changed. So what are the characteristics of a chemical change? Chemical changes cannot be reversed easily. Yes, Chemical changes cannot be reversed. We can't back the original substance. There is an apparent change in the weight. So, the weight of the substance will change. New substances are formed during a chemical change. Always there is a formation of new substances. Properties of new substances are entirely different from the property of previous substance. A lot of energy is given out or absorbed during a chemical change. All of you know that when heat energy is given out, so we call it exothermic reaction. When heat energy is absorbed, we call it endothermic reaction. So, exothermic and endothermic reactions are there in chemical change. Now we come to the example of chemical change. First is rusting of iron. Iron get rust and form an oxide layer of its surface. So what is rusting? Iron react with air and moisture which is present in the air and form iron oxide, layer of iron oxide on the surface of metal. So this is called the rusting. So rusting is the example of chemical change because iron oxide is formed. Iron oxide is new substance and having new properties. So this is the example of chemical change and this cannot be reversed. We can't back iron again. If there is a rusting on iron, we can't back the iron again because a chemical substance formed, iron oxide, on the surface of the metal or iron. So this is the example of chemical change. Another, curding of milk. Curding of milk is also an example of chemical change because when we make curd from milk, so there is a formation of lactobacillus. Then milk converted into the curd. So there is chemical reaction. Lactobacillus will form. So, and this reaction cannot be reversed. So this is the example of chemical change. Then setting of cement. When water is added to the cement, a chemical reaction takes place and cement set into a hard mass. Hard mass cannot be converted back into powdery mass. So when we add water into the cement, it will convert into hard mass and we can't get back the powder cement again. So this is the example of chemical reaction because this cannot be reversed and we can't back the powdered cement again. So this is the example of chemical change. These all are the example of chemical change. The another example of chemical change is boiling of potatoes. When we boil the potatoes, it will become soft and its property will change. So it's a change of non-edible to edible. We can't eat the raw potato. So when we boil the potato, it's ready to eat. So it's a change of non-edible to edible. So the chemical properties will change and this reaction cannot be reversed. We can't back the raw potato again. So this is the chemical change. And again, germination of seed. When a seed germinates, the seed coat rupture and radical emerges out. So this is the changes of chemical because we can't back the seed again. So this is also the example of chemical change. So all of you keep it in the mind that physical change are temporary change, chemical changes are permanent change. Physical changes can be reversed. Chemical changes cannot be reversed. In physical change, no new substances are formed, means chemical composition will not be changed. But in chemical changes, new substances are formed. So these are the basic differences between physical change and chemical change. How can we identify that change is a physical or chemical? So these are the points you have to remember or all of you have to keep it in the mind. So you can identify which change is physical or which change is chemical. Students, here we completed chapter 5. So go through it. This is very simple chapter. So do practice of more and more examples of physical and chemical change. So it will be easier for you. Thank you. Have a nice day. Take care.